Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Sunday, so it is another Earth Magic study, reading, intuitive reading for the collective. And let me tell you, I wrote a blog about this in terms of changing my experience in relation to time. I changed my relationship to time and how I experience it changed. And I swear to you, the amount of time I feel now in between these Earth Magic readings is like, it's like been a month, right? It's been a month since I was here, right? Since the last one? It's been a month, right? It's so interesting. Anyways, if you want to read that blog, I'll link it below. But yeah, it's really interesting. So welcome back. Thanks for being here. If I haven't said it, you know, I hope when you guys are listening, you're just sitting back and listening and enjoying and breathing and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That means take it or leave it. If something doesn't resonate with you, fine, that's fine. It's not for you. If something resonates with you, that's specific for you. So, you know, take that in and do with it what you will. But it's just that point of like, yeah, just take what you will from these. I hope they support my intention and you know, what I do here is meant to support and encourage and inspire people. So I hope I'm doing that for you. Yeah, so let us see what this week holds for us as a collective. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, so our card is... Oh, this is a great one. Oh my gosh, new moon. Promise. This is kind of a continuation from last week in terms of that point of like really shedding and letting go to be able to rebirth. This is that point of like, what are you actually rebirthing and ensuring that it is everything that you want it to be. The word embodiment comes up too. It's like, I don't know. It's like, what do you see when you look at that sunset and the couple and the water? And it's just like this point of like perfection, grandness, harmony, complete, whole, you know, fulfilled. It's like serene, calm, quiet, still, love, peace, joy. It's just like promise. And I think of the promised land when I see that word too, the promised land. It's like this was the promise. This was the purpose. This is what life on earth is really about here. It's about the promised land. If that term is too loaded for you, that's fine. It's about realizing that the purpose for life on earth is nothing complicated. It's about embracing the fact that we're humans and we have desires and we have interests and we have curiosities, and by God, it is our what's the word I'm looking for here? It is our responsibility. Is that the word? It is our obligation. No, it's our job to ensure that we are living our lives to the absolute fullest, because you know why? To be alive is such a gift. It's a precious gift that we have right in front of us in every single moment. We are fortunate as fuck to be here. And I think that if we're not able to recognize this, then we know that's a very clear cross-reference for us that we're not in alignment, or we're not looking at our life or life on earth from the perspective of life and what it intended here. You know what I mean? Like if you look at Earth as a whole, it's just this planet that all of a sudden started sprouting and evolving and creating life and expressing life in such a diverse range. Life is here. Life is being created. Life is being expressed. Life is thriving. Life is flourishing. Life is in perfection. The systems in which are natural, the ecosystems that are on planet without the impact of man, exist in an expression of perfection because the ecosystems are self-sustaining. So it's like That is the promise. That is actually the promise. The promise is life is an expression of harmony and perfection, and that is who we really are. And it is our jobs as human to get out of the way of that, because currently we're standing in the way of that. So how can we get out of the way? I think that we need to let go of all the old ideas, all the old thoughts, all the old beliefs, all the old self-definitions that no longer serve us, or that definition of the promised land, of life in harmony, life in perfection. You know, this is about a new life. This is about a new chapter. This is about a new phase. This is about spring. This is about coming alive. This is about a new stage of evolution, really. This is about a new understanding and awareness within humanity. Waking up and realizing we've been asleep for so long, and it's time now to wake up, little bunnies. There's a song that is sung at my son's little play group, and it's like, wake up, little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. Wake up, little bunnies. And that's totally what this is. It's like, we've been asleep for quite a long time, and it's time to wake up now and realize we have been overcomplicating things. We have been over-analyzing things. We have been over-critical, over-criticizing. We've been in fear. We've been in doubt, and totally understandable. I get it. There's no judgment or shame here. We didn't know any better. We've done the best we could with where we were at and with the awareness we had, and now we're in a very new place, and it is our job, it's our privilege to seize the moment. It is our opportunity to bring through life in its perfection, in its harmony, in the nature of what it is for real, which we can see in nature. I feel like I say that a lot in my channel, but that point just really needs to come through. I don't know, it just needs to really, like, it's still being integrated maybe. It's like nature, the natural world where man has not touched it. I mean, there's some things that man do, humanity does, humans do, that is supportive and in alignment with nature. But like, when we look at the global picture, nature untouched by man thrives. So it's like, let us trust that that is who we really are, because we are nature. I heard a perspective the other day that was, we are not on this planet, we are this planet. We are the planet. I am Earth. You are Earth. Everything is Earth, because we're all from this physical matter that's here. I mean, you could even say, I'm the universe, you're the universe, because we're all coming from the universe. But like, you know, we're all Earth. So it's like, if Earth shows us that she expresses in this diverse, self-sustaining ecosystem where life uses each other and flourishes and thrives in a self-sustaining system, we're able to do that. So it's important that we recognize that that's who we really are, and to start looking at ways in which we can implement and live that in our daily life. So how do we live this on a micro scale in our day-to-day living? How do we embody this promised land? It's about aligning your awareness and your understanding to what is true. What is the true reality? What is actually here? And what is the story we've been telling ourselves that doesn't actually serve us and causes us to exist in separation? It's the idea that there is scarcity or lack or things that are finite. Because truly, I don't believe that there is. Like, I believe that, you know, our limitations exist within our own thoughts. Like, we are limitless from a certain perspective. I mean, at least quantum mechanics tells us that, like, the potential of who we are and how we're able to create and move and express in physical matter is infinite, you know? So it's like, where does this idea of finite come from? I feel like I'm a little like all over the place here, but yeah, it's just that point of realizing, like, we have to stop lying to ourselves, and we have to stop participating in these ideas and these experiences that keep us very trapped and kind of locked down and not really aware and noticing what's really around us, which is the gift of life. We have the gift of life, and every moment we have a decision and a choice on how we can experience things. Every moment we have a choice and decision on how we respond to people. Every moment we have a decision and choice on who we want to be and how we want to express ourselves. And it's like, man, we have such power in our hands if we only could realize that the promised land is here. We just have to get out of the way. So it's almost like find ways this week where you can step out of the story that implies you're limited or you are lacking or there is scarcity or there isn't enough or you're going without or you have to, you know, keep for yourself because there isn't enough. Like look at the world as a whole in terms of what causes us to exist in consumerism and, you know, why some people starve and some people are super, super wealthy. There's this idea of scarcity that is being perpetuated. So maybe look at where you can step out of that story where you're telling yourself that somehow you're missing something and realize you're not. Go to the water's edge. Go outside, sit in nature. Go into yourself and meditate. Quiet your mind for a moment. Quiet yourself for a moment in home, in nature, wherever. And find this, you know, source within you that assures you that life is actually okay. There is a well-being here. There is a perfection here. There is harmony here. There is thriving here. There's abundance here. There is infinite here. There's an eternalness here. And it's here. We just have to get out of the way. We have to quiet ourselves. We have to stop the noise. Get into the body. Get into the breathing. Look at nature. Listen to the birds. And remember, we are nature. And our nature is thriving. It's thriving without our ideas of scarcity. It's thriving without our ideas of fighting. It's thriving without this belief that there isn't enough to go around. But I think it's important that we as individuals we have to first give to ourselves and realize that everything we're looking for, everything we want, everything we need exists within us. And from there, we start cultivating this wholeness and this completeness and this realization that I have everything I need and I am capable of creating everything I need. And now I'm in a position to give and to love and to care and to bring solutions to this world. But I can't do it by telling the old story of, you know, fighting our way through it. We have to, you know, find the beauty that is actually here. Find the joy, find the peace, find the laughter, find the fun. It's here. It's so here. And if we can just live that, the more of us that do that, then we're showing everybody, hey, the jig is up. There's nothing left to do. There's nothing left to fight for. We just have to be ourselves, which is actually joyful little kids. Curious and interested and willing to explore the world around us in peace and harmony with each other. So that's my message for this week. That's what's coming up for this card. Hope it resonates. Let's read the book and see what it says. Okay, so the book says, gazing at the sliver of the new moon smiling down upon them, the couple embraces each other, welcoming the promise of their love. The fading sun drapes the clouds and waters with its tinge of luminescence as the crescent opens its arms to the nearby planet Venus, named after the Roman goddess of love. This is a time for manifestation, beginnings, and renewal, with the promise that our desires will come to fruition. Here, Grandmother Moon initiates another lunar cycle, moving from darkness to fullness and back again over approximately 1 month. Her promise of what is to come is embedded in the first glimmer of her light as she emerges from behind the curtain of darkness that had recently encompassed her. It is a promise that has been kept for as long as she has existed. This is the time to launch a project, a new relationship, or renew something that has been put aside for a later date. With your intention and willingness to allow a full cycle to complete itself, that which you desire will manifest. The seed of that idea is ready to emerge from the darkness of your subconscious into your full awareness. The next step is to put into action what is required to fully realize the idea. A promise has two meanings. It can be a commitment and a guarantee to yourself or someone else that a particular thing will happen, or it can imply that something specific is expected to happen. When your will is aligned with the will of spirit or life or God or the universe or goddess, and your intention is focused upon what you wish to have happen, there will be fulfillment and the promise is kept. This also brings up that point of, it's like everyone's been waiting for a change on earth and in humanity, and it's like we've all been told that there was gonna be this coming new age and things were gonna work out and everyone would, you know, like everything would turn out okay. And like, you know what, I really feel like that's what's happening. And the way that we get there, it might be difficult for some and it might not be as difficult for others. It's really your relationship to life, but it's specific for everyone. And it's that point of, kind of like the last reading that I posted, the will of life is undeniable and inevitable. You can't fight it. Nature thrives. Nature finds a way. Nature overcomes. Nature pushes through. Nature fucking gives life. And it finds a way. And so it's like, if you're in the way, nature will find a way around you. So it's like, get in line, get into alignment with life, with who you really are, what is really here, what is the true expression of life, and enjoy the ride. Or you can fight it and push against it and resist it and, you know, cause a maybe more difficult time for yourself. It's your choice and no shame or judgment either way, but it is that point of realizing like, you are calling the shot here. Like, your life experience is totally in your hands and you can have the promised land today, here. You can experience that now and create it and expand it and grow it in your life, or you can resist and fight and, you know, be in conflict. It's, you know, it's your choice. Every moment you have an opportunity to let go and create a new moon, to create a new cycle, even like your breath, you know, that's a cycle of time. That's a measurement of time. You can walk a process of completion, of wholeness within just the breath even. You could walk into a moment angry, breathe your way to stability, let go and find peace. You have that power, you have that ability, you have that capability. It's just whether you're standing in that point of, I am directive principle, I am life, I know who I really am, and I know my true expression is peace, is harmony, is thriving, is abundant, is joyful. So yeah, that's what I have to share this week. Hope this supports, hope this resonates. If you have any questions or want further perspective, definitely comment. If you have anything to share that came up for you while you were listening, I would love to hear that. So thanks for walking with, and see you next week.